Glutes, hips, hamstrings, quads, low back. Jacqueline, any requests?
One more for calves.
Calves, okay. We'll do all lower body. Anything? Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Alrighty, let's get started. So sit on a bolster, sit on something to raise up your bum off the floor. Come to any comfy seat, which is limited for me these days. Reach under, pull the flesh out from your sits bones so that your sits bones are rooted into the ground. And then especially this morning, I want you to imagine the bony bowl of your pelvis slightly tilting forward. So as if it was like filled with water, you're like spilling water out the front of the bowl a little bit so that you can be sitting nice and upright without putting pressure on your low back. And then stack up your spine, close your eyes. Feel each vertebrae kind of nesting one on top of the other. All the way up into the neck spine, lightly draw your chin back so that you're not jutted forward, releasing tension in your neck. And then drop your chin to your chest, slowly circle your head around to the right. Coming back to neutral, reverse your circle. Roll the shoulders back 3 times to the back. And then reverse that, roll them to the front. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, slide them towards the back plane, and then drop them down as if you're sliding your shoulder blades down into your pockets. And then start to track your breath as it comes in through your nose. Follow it down your throat into your chest. Fill up your rib cage, and finally your belly. And then exhale through your nose, your mouth, pull your belly button back to your spine. Feel your ribs soften, feel your chest fall. Breath comes back out the mouth or the nose. 5 more breaths like that. Inhale, nose. Chest, torso, and belly. Exhale, belly, torso, chest, nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time in, we'll breathe in and hold the breath at the top. Take a little more air in, really fill the space inside your body with breath. And then open up your mouth, sigh it all the way out, audible sigh. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Extend up nice and long without shrugging the shoulders. Try to reach the biceps back behind the ears. Lift your chin, look up, open the eyes. And then left hand finds the floor, press into the floor, reach up and over, root down into that right sit bone. Spin the right bicep behind the ear, look up on the inside of the right arm. Soften into the left elbow, make it a little bit lower. And then take the right hand, ground it down on the kind of the inside top part of your right thigh and roll your shoulder back. As you press down on that thigh, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Release that, interlace the hands again, palms face down, flexing through the wrists. And then right hand finds the floor, press into the floor, reach up and over with the left arm. Spin the left bicep behind the ear, look up on the inside. And then again, root down into that left thigh, press down into it. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Release that. Round your back now, grab onto the front of your knees, draw your chin to your chest. And then extend through the back, bring the hands behind you, open up the chest, lift the chin. Come back to neutral, gentle twist, left hand finds the right knee, lengthen as you inhale and look to the right. And then as you exhale, look over the right shoulder. Take another inhale in the twist, so make sure you can breathe through your twist. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Come back to neutral, switch sides, inhale, lengthen. Look to the left, exhale, twist. Take another inhale there. And exhale, look over the left shoulder. Come back to neutral. Now circle your body. So circle on the sits bones. Make big circles, side to side, front to back. Reverse the circles. Try to keep your head on top of your neck rather than dropping your chin. Come back to neutral, roll over onto the hands and knees, put the bolster to the back of your mat. We're going to use it for your shins. Curl your toes under to start with, tap the sit bones back to the heels, and then shift forward, tap the hips forward, keep your belly button pulled into your spine. Tap back to the heels, tap forward, sag the hips. 2 more like that. Tap back to the heels, forward to the hips. Last one. Forward to the hips. Good, turn your hands outward, so fingers both face outward. Have your toes flip over this time and shift side to side. Shift the weight into the right hand, shift the weight into the left hand. And then holding a neutral spine, flex your right hip and draw it towards your right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Feel a little stretch along the left side, especially through the ribs. And then switch sides. Draw your left hip to left shoulder. Come back to neutral, put the toes on top of the bolster or the towel, whatever it is. Make sure there's a gap between the top of your feet and your and the floor, and sit your bum back to your knees. Open your knees wider if you need it. Bring the elbows down to the ground. If you need more, then walk a little bit more toes off of there. You can also shift your body weight side to side. I want you to feel a stretch through the talus, through the top of your ankle, and a little bit into your shin. Come back up to neutral, quadruped position. Toes are pointed down. Inhale, tail up, shoulder blades back and down, lift the chin. And exhale, round the spine. 2 more like that. Inhaling, extend. And exhaling, bend. Last one. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. Coming back to neutral, slightly widen the knees, reach the right arm up as you inhale, look up at it. Open up the chest. Take the right hand behind the back. Reach for the top part of your left thigh, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Release the right side, thread it under, come down into a twist, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Left arm reaching long. Roll the body weight onto the right shoulder. Look to the left. And then glue that left hand to the floor as you sit your sit bones back towards your heels. Release that, right hand down, switch sides, left arm reaches up, inhale, look up at it. Exhale, reach your left arm behind your back, grab onto the top part of your right thigh, and then drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Release that, thread it under, palm facing up towards the floor. Press the forearm into the floor, roll the body weight onto the left shoulder. Looking to the right, reach your right arm long this time and sit your bum back. Good. Release that. Come onto your elbows, so staying like in this low kind of puppy dog position. They call this puppy dog in yoga. I want you to bend your elbows, reach back for your shoulders, and then sit your butt back into child's pose. Breathe there into the low back region. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're welcome to squeeze your traps. Give yourself some love. Good. Come back up to neutral. We're going to do a little glute stretch before we move into hips. So from a seated position, you're going to cross your right knee over, or right lower leg over your left leg. Grab onto the outside of your right knee. So thread your fingers, grab onto the right side, grab onto the outside of your right knee. Keep your butt rooted. I'm not interested in you twisting. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in you drawing the right knee in towards your left shoulder without letting your butt leave the floor until you feel a stretch through that right kind of side hip glute area. Hold that for 3. You can lightly press away with your knee, but you're overriding it by drawing it in. If you're super sore, don't do any resistance. For 2. And 1, switch sides. Left leg crosses, hands interlace. They come on the outside of the left knee. I'm lightly pressing the left knee away from me as I'm drawing it in. 3. Till I feel a stretch on that glute. For 2. And 1. Release that, put your feet wide. Knees are bent, windshield wiper in. So tap the left knee in as the right knee taps out. Tap the right knee in as the left knee taps out. 2 more, each side. Just kind of warming up the hips a little bit. And release it. Come up onto the knees. Have a block or something that you can balance with. Let's do right knee down first. Left knee forward first. Lunge forward into the left knee. Just start with a little passive stretch for that right hip flexor. And then shift back. Light stretch for the left hamstring. Notice that my left knee is soft and my back is flat. Okay? Lunge forward. Shift back. 1 more time like that. Lunge forward. Shift back. Coming back up to neutral, lunge forward. Now we're going to start the resistance. Push the top of your right foot into the ground like you're drawing the right knee towards the chest. It's going to lightly shift you back to neutral. You should feel a tightening in the right hip flexor. And then release. We're just going to do one more strength because both of you are quite sore. We'll do less strength than stretch. Draw it forward, hold. Okay, so I'm drawing that right knee forward, pushing the top of the right foot into the ground. I'm going to go into the stretch. Pull with your left foot to pull yourself back into the lunge. Light resistance on that right hip flexor. Drive the right knee forward, shifts you to neutral. Override, pull yourself forward into the lunge. 2 more like that. Drive it forward. Well, I just felt a big modification in my low back. So it's just proof that when you stretch out the hip flexors, you're lightening the load on the low back. Last one, drive it forward, hold there, and then override, pull it forward. This time we're gonna hold that lunge. You're gonna press into your left thigh. You're gonna lift your chest up, look up at it. And then let's extend through both arms this time. Lengthen up and then bend your elbows, cactus your arms, and really open up your chest so you could feel like this huge opening. The whole front part of your body from your hip flexor all the way up to your chest. Look up at it. Inhale for 3. For 2. And 1. Release that. Come back to neutral, spin the lower leg in, the lower right leg in. Externally rotating your right hip, getting into groin and adductor. Block will be on the left side if you're using one. Lunge forward into that left knee. Nice stretch right across both legs. Drive the inside of the right knee forward. If you want to tap it, you can tap it to feel the contraction in the adductor. We're going to go right into the stretch. Pull yourself forward into the stretch. Drive the inside of the knee forward. Override. Pull forward into the stretch. One more time. Drive it forward. Override. Pull into the stretch. Hold that there. Add some resistance by pressing the left forearm into the knee. Inside of that left knee, you'll feel greater stretch on the left side than the right. And then reach the right arm up and over you. Really reach out of that right hip. Now take your right hand, place it behind your head, and then open up the chest. So right elbow comes into the back plane of your body. Good. Release that. Let's spin around to the other side. Left knee is going to be down to the floor. Right foot's going to go forward. We're going to do 3 light stretches for the hip flexor first. Lunge forward. And then for the handies, second, hinge back, flat back. Lunge forward. Flat back hinge. One more time, lunge forward. Flat back hinge. Come up to neutral, lunge forward. Hold that forward position. Let's start the resistance. We'll just do 2 reps. Drive the left knee towards the top of your mat. Feel a contraction in that left hip flexor. Release it. Do it again, drive it forward. Make sure your whole spine is neutral. You're not hinging forward into this. Hold there, use your right foot to pull yourself forward into the lunge. Drive the left knee forward, push the top of your left foot into the ground to do that. Override, pull yourself forward into the lunge. 2 more, drive forward. Pull forward. Last one, this one we hold, drive it forward, hold that position, focus on that left hip flexor, okay? Pull yourself forward into the lunge. Hands plant on the right thigh, lift the heart, lift the chin. And then again, raise the arms up, stretch out of your torso, lift back, and then bend the elbows, cactus the chest open, really crack open that sternum and look up at it. For 2 and 1. Release that, spin the lower leg in, externally rotating your left hip. Lunge forward into the left knee. Drive the medial side of your left knee forward, contract the inner thigh. Let's go right into the stretch. Pull yourself back forward. 2 more, drive it forward. Hold, override, let's come back forward. Last one, drive it forward. Override, pull yourself forward into the stretch. Right hand on the inside of the knee, press that knee open, reach your left arm up and over the ear. And then bend the left elbow, bring it behind your head, open up your chest, look up. Great stretch through the pecs. Good, release that. We're gonna stay with pecs for a second. Hands will plant to the ground. Fingertip the floor. Drop your chest down between your hands and then draw your hands back so they're not up by your ears, but they're in line with your chest muscles. Draping your chest towards the floor. 2 times, we press up and we squeeze the pecs into midline. And then release. 1 more like that, press up, squeeze. Hold there, pecs squeezing to midline, override it, drop down. Chest to floor. Great stretch for the chest. Press up, squeeze, hold. If you feel your neck tightening, your hands are too high. You gotta lower them down. Override, meaning you gotta slide them down more towards your hips. Drop the chest. 1 more time, chest. Press up, squeeze, hold. Override, drop down. Holding it there, shift side to side. Good, release that. Just sit back on your bum for a second. Grab your right arm across your chest. Pull it in with your left. Drop your right shoulder, drop your left ear. Circle your right hand at the wrist. Release it, tricep. Left hand grabs onto the right elbow. That right elbow is lightly pressing to the right. Left arm overrides it. And then press the back of your head into the crux of your right elbow. Good, release it. Switch sides, shoulder stretch first. Pull in with the right arm on the left arm. Drop your right ear this time. Circle the left wrist. And then grab on. Right hand grabs onto left elbow. Left elbow is lightly pressing away and you're lifting out of your sternum as you're doing this. Press the back of your head into your elbow. Good. Release that. Lay on your side. Now we're going to dig into hips and glutes. Lay on your left side. Prop yourself up with the elbow. Flex both feet and the knees. Super key today is not a lot of resistance, okay? And then also making sure that the knee is higher than the ankle and that you're not drawing your knee into your chest. You're keeping everything at 90. The hip flexors are 90, the knee is 90, the ankle's 90, okay? You can apply that resistance or you can just do your strength, your contraction part of it, which is abducting the right hip, okay, without resistance. Alrighty? You got to make sure the knee is higher than the ankle. Let's do 2 more reps. Draw it back. Release. 1 more. Draw back. And hold. Okay? Right leg's drawing back. Right hand is going to override that. It's going to press down. And you're going to extend the right leg. And you're going to pull that right leg forward as you pull your right hip back. Bend the knee, get the knee higher than the ankle, draw it back, hold, override, press down, extend, turn the toes towards the floor. Pull the right hip behind you. Bend the knee, knee higher than ankle, draw it back. One more, let's do the twist with it. Press down, switch hands. I'm not gonna twist, you are. Pull that right leg down, open up your right arm to the right. Twist open. Do not let your right foot touch the floor and breathe there. 3. You gotta be able to breathe in and out in a twist. For 2. And 1. Come back. And then lay on your right, lay on the same side that you're on with your right leg extended. Get the heel of your hand. You're separating kind of the outside of your right hip with your butt. And I want you to dig in there and just massage your own glute. Alrighty, get your whole glute, but especially focus. Imagine you were wearing like a pair of jeans right now. Focus on the outer upper right corner of those pockets, okay? And really dig in there and kind of go around the perimeter of that pocket. So you're getting all around, how the perimeter of the glute muscle is, if you imagine how it attaches onto the pelvis. And really give yourself some love. Okay. Let's switch sides. Both knees down, flexing flexing your toes, your knees, your hips. Again, knee higher than ankle. No resistance is really needed. Let's do 3 reps. Track it back. Release. Track back. Release down. One more time. Track back. Hold. Use the left arm. Press down. Extend the leg. Pull that leg forward as you pull your left hip back. Bend the knee. Track it back. Hold. Override. Push down. Extend the leg. This time turn the toes towards the floor. Here's the twist. Bend the knee, track back, hold, override, push down, switch hands. Right hand grabs it, left arm opens. And you're looking to the left and you're breathing there in it with big breaths for 3. For 2. And 1. Come back, lay on your side, extend the leg towards the way that you're facing. Heel of the hand, and then again, find that pocket in your bum and massage, digging that heel in and getting blood flow into there, moving the blood that's pooling in there, all around with the heel of your hand, and just trace the whole outer edge of that pocket, that imaginary pocket on your bum. And you can even get the top of your left thigh. Good. Awesome. Come over onto your bum again. We're gonna stay with the glute for a second. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex through your right foot. So remember, we talked about every time you're in a figure 4 position and there's load on your knee, your foot of that same leg needs to be flexed, okay? And then 2 options here. You can merely just press the right knee away from you, or you can physically walk your hands, kind of crab them forward and bring your chest close to your right shin. Okay, so you're just gonna hold that there. You can do a little rock side to side if you want, but you're gonna breathe through that for 3. Good, breathe it for 2. Hopefully you guys feel this in the hip and the glute. And you're flexed in the foot, and breathe it for 1. And then release that and switch sides. Flex the toes. Press the knee away, or walk the chest close. So when I talk about walking the chest close, it means that your spine stays straight because you're propped up on your hands behind you. So make sure your spine's straight. You're not like collapsed in the chest. Breathe for 3. Flex toes, press the knee away, breathe for 2. And 1. Good, beautiful. Let's stay in this position for a second. Find your shin bone, tibia. Sorry, my brain is like on another planet today. And I want you just to find that bone. I want you to pull your muscle away from the bone. Just strip it away with your fingers all the way down your leg. I'm just warming up your calves for a second because we're gonna do some calf stretching. And then bring your leg back to neutral. This will be easier for you than me. Grab on with both hands. So you're grabbing on with the hands, and your left hand is going counterclockwise and your right hand's going clockwise. And you're just gonna work your way up your leg. Work it up. It's like you're giving yourself your own, well, I wanna say Indian burn, but that's not really accurate because I want you to really like kind of grab onto the muscle and twist. It's much more tender in the shallow fascial areas by the ankle than it is up by the calf. Good. Grab the left side, tibia first. Move the muscle away. So you're pulling it away from the bone. You could probably do this like 3 times a week, like when you're sitting and you're watching TV and you want to torture yourself, this is great to do. I would not do it every day because you can get a little too much inflammation in there. This brings in blood flow. Let's do the twist. So grab on and go from high to low or low to high. Good. All righty. Come onto your back with your strap or your hand towel, whatever you got. And bring your strap to the ball mount of your foot. Oops. All righty. Extend the leg. Make sure the knee is soft. Pull back on the ball mount of the foot. Make sure that your heel is just slightly higher than your toes. That's critical. Flex your toes. Press through the heel. Let's do 4 press ups. Press up, release down, press up, release down. 2 more. Press up, release down. Last one, press up and hold. Focus on the calf, okay? You want to feel that calf fire up. Override it, pull down. Heel towards the sky, toes towards your face. Good, press up and hold. Override, pull down. Press up and hold. Override, pull down. Last one, press up and hold. Override, pull down. Internally rotate the foot, pull on the left strap more than the right. Stretch the peroneals, the outside of the right kind of shin area, ankle area. Externally rotate. Internal. external. One more time, internal and external. Good, lower your, sorry, I apologize. Keep your left knee bent, lower the strap onto the arch of your foot. We're gonna go right into your hammies. Pull that leg over your head, like in an arc over your head. You can extend your elbows if you wish. You're gonna bend through the knee and you're gonna pull the heel down to your bum, flexing your hamstring, and then just release back up. Let's do one more like that. Pull down. Hold there, focus on the right hamstring. Override it, pull it back up, extend through the right leg. My elbows are bent just because I'm kind of blocked with my belly, but you can extend your arms and bring the arch over your head. Remember, you're not pulling down towards your chest. Heel towards your bum, extend your arms, contract the back of your right thigh, override, pull up, extending through the right leg. 2 more times, heel towards your bum. Override, pull it back up. Last one, heel towards your bum. I forgot to mention, it's pulling your upper body off the floor. That's helping you with resistance. Override, pull it back up. Good, lower your right leg down. Turn your right foot in. Cross midline, hold the strap with your left hand. Let's go right into your IT band. Light resistance, track the right leg to the right. You're using this lateral quad IT band to do the movement. Override, pull it back across to the left, cross midline. Woo. Track to the right. Slightly internally rotate your right leg. Override, back across to the left, cross midline. Last one, track to the right, hold there, thread your thumb into your right hip flexor. Grab onto that. Push that right hip flexor away, almost like you're grabbing your right thigh and you're turning it outward, okay? So you're turning it kind of in a clockwise position, okay? And then cross midline again. That's gonna really grab this upper part of the IT band. Good, release it. Plant your feet on the floor, big, wide open stance, windshield wiper. And then drop your right knee in. Again, like I talked about earlier at the beginning, we're tractioning that leg away. So if you can, take the heel of your hand, we're just gonna strip your hip flexor TFL area, bring it to that crease of your hip flexor and then press it down your leg and just kind of feel like you're stripping the muscle there. Really get into that front part of your hip, but focusing a little bit more on like the outer front part of the hip. And you'll find like some areas where you need to give yourself a little bit more love. You could focus on those areas. Switch sides. Let's go for calf first. Ball mount. Bring it up. Go for that light stretch, heel higher than toes. Press up 4 times. Resistance on the way up, none on the way down. For 2. For 3. Press up and hold. Focus on your left calf muscle. Override, pull down. Press up and hold. Override, pull down. Last one. Press up and hold. override, pull down. Internal rotation, pull harder on the right than the left. External rotation. Internal. External. Back to neutral. Arch of the foot, put the strap there. Switch your grip on your hands. Going into hamstrings, pulling an arc over your head. As you bring the heel down to your bum, it should lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the floor. Release back up. Let's just do one more like that. Pull down, hold there. Let's go right into the stretch. Override, pull up. And extend. You're going over your head. It'll look for me like I'm pulling down towards my chest, but that's only because I'm really propped up on pillows. Pull down, heel to bum. Override, bring it back up. Good, 2 more. Pull down, heel to bum. Override, bring it back up. Last one, pull down, heel to bum. Override, bring it back up. Good. Lower your right leg down. Grab onto the strap with the right hand, cross midline. Turn your left toes slightly in. Track to the left. And then override and pull back to the right. Track to the left. Override, pull back to the right. Track to the left, this time hold, thread your left thumb into the left hip crease, turn your left thigh outward, and then pull back to the right. Good. Release it, release the strap. Let's go for the TFL again, windshield wiper in. Let me just show you something here. I show it on the lower body tape. You guys will see it. I don't know when Erinne's going to show it, but you can also hook your right ankle onto that knee and help pull it away, okay? And when you do that, you need to think about rooting your your left butt cheek, whichever side you're pressing on, root that left butt cheek down. So it'll be slightly lifted off the ground, but you're thinking about drawing it down. So you're anchoring your pelvis down in order to lengthen through the TFL. And then again, you could dig with the heel of your hand into that zone. That muscle is super duper duper overused. It's an internal and an external rotator when you're flexing your hip flexor, and when you're running, it does a lot of jobs. All righty. Come on back up. Get near a wall or something that could give you a little bit of resistance, a couch. By the way, if you have one of these physio balls, use it because they're great, because they give you you can buy them really cheap. They give you the resistance that's not like hard against the wall. And they're just awesome for like laying on and opening up your chest with and all that stuff. So even just like sitting on them during the day. I've been sitting on this ball for like the last 4 months while I'm working at my computer, and it's really like saved my hips during the pregnancy. So, so I highly suggest these balls. Okay, we're gonna get that right knee all the way back to whatever you're leaning against. If you don't have a ball, then I suggest like a sofa or somewhere where it's soft. Alrighty? Okie doke, I think everybody's ready. Yeah, perfect. Oh, you guys, you have a ball. Awesome, cool. Okay, so that knee is as close to that resistance as possible. Bring your left foot forward. You guys know the drill that I talk about here. The idea is for you not to feel pain in your knee. If you're feeling pain in your knee, you got way too much resistance on and you're overstretching, okay? The idea is for you to feel it in your quad, okay? So lunge forward into your left knee, press your right foot into the ball or the wall, feel the contraction in the center of your thigh, okay? And then push off your left foot until you feel the stretch. Lunge forward, press into the ball or the wall, and then shift back. Good. Lunge forward, press into that ball, and then shift back. Whew. Last one, lunge forward. When you lunge forward and you're pressing into the ball, you can feel it really high up into the hip flexor. And then as you shift back, you can feel it drop down into the quad. You can reach your right arm up and over, out of it. You could do that stretch where we brought the right hand behind the head, pressing the head back into the hand. Good. Awesome. Release that. And let's switch sides. Beautiful. Cool. I'm so happy you guys have these exercise balls. Left foot on it. Make sure that your foot is straight and not sickling in. Right foot forward. Lunge into it. Push into the ball. Whew, shift back. And I want you to have your chest away from your thigh. For me, it's like I'm leaning on my right thigh because I'm carrying so much weight in the front of my body. But try to keep your chest up. Lunge forward, push into the ball. Shift back. Lunge forward, push into the ball. Shift back. Last one, lunge forward, push into the ball. Shift back. Maybe take the left arm up and over. Maybe take the hand behind the head and open up your chest. Good. Release that. Come back to the sits bones. Wide version. Well, Janu Shirshasana, that's a yoga term. Just get your left leg out wide and bring your right heel in towards your midline. Take the left elbow on the inside of the left knee, left thigh, excuse me. Press into the left thigh as you open up your chest and then reach your right arm up and over your ear. Let's try that stretch again where we bring the hand behind the head and we open up the chest, pressing the head lightly into the hand. Make sure that you're rooted down with that right sit bone. And then now drop your right elbow. Vicky, be careful with dropping your right elbow. I don't want you to go into like too much of a forward bend, okay? But I want you just to feel that stretch along the right lower corner of your back. That's your QL. Quadratus lumborum. Come back up. Extend both legs now. V position. Lengthen your spine, flat back, hinge forward. You guys can continue going forward. I'm getting stopped, but you can continue going forward. Keep your feet, your toes towards the ceiling. Don't let your toes roll in and flex your toes. Okay, so your legs are active. And then grab onto the top of your thigh and turn those thighs back behind you lightly. You could grab on with your fingers forward. You could grab on with your fingers back. I sometimes find fingers forward is easier because I can keep my shoulders lower, whereas when I turn my hands backwards, my shoulders jack up. Good. Release it. Bring your left foot in this time. Lengthen your spine, right elbow on the inside of the right thigh. Press into it, open up that left side. And then reach the left arm over the ear. Hand behind the head. Turn to look up over the left corner of your body. And then round the back, just enough where you feel that this lower left corner is rooted down to the ground and you're just stretching out of it. So you're pinning your sit bone down and you're lengthening out of it. Good, one more time, V-sit. So sit wide in a nice straddle. Lengthen the spine, hinge forward, belly forward, chest forward, flat back. And then one more time. Grab onto the thighs, press them kind of back behind you as you hinge. This is getting a lot of upper medial hamstring, just so you know. Like the inner parts of your hamstring. Good, release it. Come to any comfy seat. Any comfy seat. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Sweep the right arm behind you. Pull your right shoulder away. Turn the head towards the left shoulder. Reach your left arm up slightly behind your right ear. Just add a little bit of weight there with your hand, don't pull. Release it. Switch sides, drop right ear to right shoulder. Sweep the left arm behind you if you want more. Turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Reach the right arm behind your head, behind your ear. Lengthen. Come back up to neutral. Bring your chin to your chest. Grab on below the clavicle for the tissue that's there. Push in and pull down. And then lift your chin the other way. Open and close your jaw big. Pull the lower jaw to meet the upper one. Head to neutral, interlace the hands behind your head. Press the back of your head into your hands. Open up your elbows some. Oh, great stretch. And then override that, chin to chest. Draw your tips of your elbows to meet each other. Good. Release that, come back to neutral. Press the hands on the knees, palms can face down if you need to receive, palms can face up if you want to give. Bring the index finger and the thumbs together and close your eyes. And just take 3 nice breaths. And with each inhale, I want you to think about something that you want to draw into your body. And with each exhale, I want you to think about something that you want to let go of. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one in. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out, exhale a big lion's breath. Hands to the heart center. Happy and a healthy Monday. Wishing you guys an awesome, awesome week. Hopefully it's a good week. A lot going on in the world this week, but let's just stay centered and grounded and eyes on the prize. And then blink your eyes open. Namaste. Chai chai. Happy and healthy Monday. I'm going to see you guys in probably a month. So on Monday mornings, we're going to have Mindful Monday still, but it'll be recorded videos. So tune into that. They'll also be on YouTube. And then I'll see you in December.
Congratulations.